What's happening, people? Johnny Styles here one more time, and this is live. So it's recorded live, it's live. Whatever comes out of my mouth, it's gonna be live. So there's no breaks for me as an editor to edit. But I did it this way because I think it should be this way, period. Whatever comes out of my knowledge, my mind, my everything has to be out of there. So the question is basically, I've been getting this question since like a few years ago, and it's very simple. The question is, which which um, show that's broadcasted live on TV or pay per view or on your phone or your computer, which has the best production for bodybuilding and fitness? As most of you know, I've been involved in production for pretty much all my life. And it's a question that I get a lot in the expos. I get it on my DMs. And ever since this pandemic hit, COVID-19, more and more promoters are involved in getting their shows out there. As you know, the world basically has changed. And it's one of those things that I think it'll benefit because, I made notes in my little notebook here. Definitely, you want to see something really high production, high end. So you switch to cameras, and I'm right there, and you can see it. Look, definitely, I have it. It's real. It's legit. But coming back to camera one and camera two, that's gonna be something I'm gonna talk about in a minute here with the whole camera angles and stuff. It's becoming something that I like because back in the day when I used to do shows, I remember promoters didn't like the idea of broadcasting because apparently they were gonna take away money from the door, meaning the general admission, meaning people would stay at home and not watch the shows. They will not go on the actual event. They will just stay home. And I don't think that's true, and that won't be real because fans. See, I'm bringing the questions in. Fans would be fans no matter what. And if that were the case, all these events, baseball, NBA, Major League Baseball, WWE, AEW, all these events, will be empty. And it's not the case. Some people like the emotion of being live and in person. But I don't want to keep rambling on that. Basically, there's a few shows that always did stream. I remember back in the day that was done in ESPN, for those who remember. And then the Mr. Olympia, I remember they took it a further step and they went on pay-per-view. I remember watching pay-per-views. I remember watching that Olympia with Triple H on stage hosting. I remember the challenge round. I remember all that. And at that time it seemed like a great idea. It seemed like one of those ideas that, wow, I can watch Ronnie Coleman, I can watch Jay Cutler, I can watch all these people live on TV and see exactly what happens. The problem is that most of the people that you have working production behind the scenes, they don't know the sport or the hobby, however you want to call it. They don't know much about how to make it entertaining for the viewers at home. You see, I remember doing shows with Bot TV, Jay Hammett, plug for him. We did NPC shows in Alabama. And, I did it simple, 3 camera output, 1, 2, 3. And I knew exactly what I wanted to show the people at home. This is back when there was no Instagram TV or IG Live or Facebook Live. This was back when there was this livestream.com. And I want to say that was like 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. As time has progressed and technology has become more newer. I mean, we got like Facebook Live and everybody has a phone. Everybody has a phone and everybody can just stream live. Now, the reason I don't do more Facebook Lives or IG Lives, it's the same thing. And like in my heart, I want to put out something that it's high quality, and the viewer at home, either you're doing cardio or you're in the car or you're just watching on your phone. I don't want a talking head. I don't want somebody just talking to you like I'm doing right now for 30 minutes, for an hour, for 2 hours. I don't want that. I want the people at home to be entertained by whoever is talking. So if I'm here talking to you, I'm talking about somebody, I'll put a picture of that person and it'll make it entertaining, or a video or whatever. If you watch the Redcon ones, the shows that we're doing, the Readiness Report Live. It's one of those shows that not only you see people talking, it's a show where I put on videos, I put out pictures of whatever we're talking. So to go back to the subject one more time, it's about who has the best production. And believe me, now, whoever you're watching this in 2020 or moving further into the future, there is only one company that's doing the right thing at the right time. But before I jump into that, I want to talk about the flaws, the major flaws. Right now, a lot of people know that, the Mr. Olympia contest has been put on live stream. The Arnold Classic has been put on live stream. Recently, the Tampa Pro was on live stream as well. And again, they all suffer from the same thing. If you've ever gone to an Arnold Classic or Mr. Olympia, just walking in there, I've been there many times, just walking in there, the stage alone, either for the Arnold or the Olympia, it's very impressive. I'll give them that. It's very, very impressive. And just walking into the arena, it gives it this big time feel of an emotional stage with the big lights and all that. But when you see it at home, you don't get that. And then you got the special side angle, which I am not going to say is not needed. When I did my live streams, I always use a side angle. It's just a matter of when and how to use it. It sucks when you're doing a comparison round and you have 6-7 bodybuilders and then you just hit a side angle, which it doesn't show absolutely anything that you at home want to see as a judge. Because I guess everybody at home is a judge. Everybody at home say, oh, he looks good, he looks bad. So it's that famous side angle. There's something called switching. The director that has a switcher usually goes, camera 1, this is this one, camera 2, which is that one. So it's knowing when to put those shots in. And to this day, nobody has done it. And, I don't want to come on here and say that, things are weird in the Olympia or the Arnold. No, I'm sure somehow, in some way, I'm sure somebody will come up and would know how to produce the shots. Like, you got to have a pre-production and know when your athlete is coming, when is he going to stop, the proper lighting, the proper camera angles for the viewer at home to have a great experience and feel what's going on. So absolutely nobody in the United States, in my opinion, has had a great bodybuilding show broadcasted live for the world to see. Now, with that being said, the company that I'm talking about that has the absolute best production, and I highly recommend you to go watch these people. They're straight from the IFBB Pro League, Korea, the Monsters in Showdown.
If you spare a little of your imagination, it is a film to describe to you the effect of cymatic frequencies on matter.
Welcome to the Monster Gym Pro.
Let's rock.
Whatever you want to say about this show, these people nailed it. When I mean nailed it, these people absolutely put in time, put in the work to understand what bodybuilding and fitness is. Meaning, this is broadcasted to the world. They understand lighting. They understand stage production. They understand storytelling. If you watch how these people promote, if you watch how these people build the actual show, that's something that somebody that doesn't even know anything about bodybuilding will be such an impressive sight to see. Now, one thing that I want to mention is, if you look at the stage alone, it looks like a theater stage, and it's prompt in there. It has the name of the competitor. It has the proper lighting when that competitor comes in there. The front-facing camera, very important. And then it has a dolly, which it's that rolling camera. You can see it's like the artistic shot that you give it once the competitor is out there showing the poses. The lighting is absolutely, bar none, one of the best lighting setups I've ever seen in a show before. And the quality which they broadcast is absolutely amazing. So what's my take on all this? This is the model that you want to follow here in the United States of America. This is the people you want to watch. This is the people that you need to study. And whoever's doing their show, I would totally get them to this side, because this is how shows should be. The holographic name, the quality, the frame rate, understanding frame rate in cameras for the world to see. It's very important. Also, the fact that these people, for this Comet show, they have a statue on there. I don't know how they're going to implement it, but it looks amazing the way they promote it. It's just one of those things that I implore you to go check them out, and you'll thank me later. So I don't want to keep seeing shows that you have a bodybuilder on there and doing a back double bicep and a camera zooms in a calf. Basically, you don't want to do that. You don't want to have a bodybuilder doing a back lat spread and then doing the side angle, and you're watching the side of the bodybuilder. Like at home, what are you gonna say? Oh, well, nice elbow type of situation. I don't want to do that. I want to have somebody there that understands what we're watching, and it's not hard. It's not rocket science. The reason I'm probably talking like this is I'm very passionate about it, and this is something that I take to heart because this is what I do. This is what I do. I do broadcasting. This is what I've been doing all my life. And the sport that I'm involved in, aside from wrestling and other stuff, it's bodybuilding. So I would like to see more shows broadcasted this way, the way they're doing things down there in Korea, because it gives it that pop. The color correction is beautiful. Everything just looks right on point. All these bodybuilders look amazing. So if you're ever wondering, again, if you ever want to ask me who has the best live stream production in the United States, well, it's not in the US. And again, I'm not taking anything away from the Arnold or the Olympia. I'm just making sense of there because I've gotten questions. So I want people to go watch what Monster did and probably replicate that here in America somehow, some way. Maybe with the Olympia, which is the bodybuilding, the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. But if things keep going this way, it's not very good for our people or new fans coming into the show, because again, there's a way of using the side angle, and you can do it. Trust me, I've done it before. So you can use it without, being weird about it. I remember being in Tampa Pro, and a lot of people didn't understand the side camera angle. So there's a way of using it, because I've done it, and there's a way of pre-producing a show where, okay, we're gonna use this camera too, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna go right back to what the judges are seeing. And then if the competitor comes out along, either bikini, women's physique, it all works for all categories. So it's different when you have a comparison, and then it's a different camera angles when you do it a separate, when the competitor is doing the routine. That's why you have your artistic shots in there and make the viewer more happy, I guess. The viewer needs to be entertained. Some people, well, a lot of people say that bodybuilding is a boring sport. Bodybuilding shows are very boring. It's the same thing over and over. And this is the way to make it non-boring. This is the way to make it entertaining. This is the way that I would like for bodybuilding shows to be streamed in the future. Can we do that in the United States? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's companies that have great equipment and great cameras and frame rates and the rigs and the lights. All of that is there. The athletes are there. It's just a matter of knowing who's going to be the person in charge to broadcast what the vision they see into people at home watching live around the world. Also, the stage preparation, the lighting, all that. So this is me, Johnny Styles, one more time, giving my 2 cents because this is a question I get. And I feel that, as passionate as I am about bodybuilding and fitness, I'm also passionate about the production side of it. And now, more than ever, we are having more and more shows being streamed live. So you can take it on this side, you can take it on this side. You don't want just a one camera angle for 3-4 hours. You don't want that. You want multiple shots of bodybuilders and fitness girls and women's physique and classic physique. There's ways of knowing and doing this. There's ways of, if the director knows ahead of time the song that a classic physique competitor is coming up, maybe the competitor or maybe the director can know exactly how he wants to put that on display. See what I mean? If they have that, post pre-production, they don't need to do that. It's live, and you got to remember, live TV, anything goes on live TV. If you mess up, you mess up, but it's live, and it all goes down to preparation. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, do you agree with me? Watch the videos that I've put on here. Watch the difference between an Olympia show, an Arnold show, and now the shows from Korea that I'm showing you. Do you see a difference? Do you see something that you want here in America and the whole world to see? Because I think it's very important now more than ever. People live on their phones, people live on their computers. And if we're gonna broadcast now and promoters are more open to the idea, then let's do it the right way. Let's do it high quality, high end, good camera angles. Have people know what they're dealing with. If the director that you're bringing on doesn't even know what a back double bicep is, instruct them. Know them like, this is back double bicep. This is how it looks. I don't want you to do a back double bicep and see the freaking elbow, because that's usually what they're doing. They're doing this side when they should be doing this side. Front double bicep, do front double bicep. Instead of showing the whole bodybuilder, they just show like half instead of showing the whole body. And you don't want to do a front double bicep and just go like this. It's a side angle. Like, you don't want that side angle. Again, I like the side angle. It's just that there's a time, there's a place, there's a moment where you use that side angle, or at all. You can have a dolly, you can have somebody on a steady cam on stage, something up, top, bottom. There's a million ways of doing this. So since it's live, I'm run 17 minutes. I thought I was gonna do 15, but again, all this evolves around the idea of making bodybuilding great again. It sounds like a cliche political thing, but let me know your comments down below. Let me know if you like this type of videos. Let me know if you want to talk about more production side of the shows. We've come a long way since the typical stage and just a backdrop. Now we have like LCDs, we got lights. Flex Lewis show, I've been there in Tennessee. He has a great setup over there. It's one of those things that, remember, back in the day, they were just a backdrop, like a plain backdrop. And another thing that's kind of off topic but on topic, prejudging and the night show, they're two different things. You can shoot them two different ways, so that's something to think about. But I don't want to keep doing the whole giving all the secrets out here, but yeah, it's something to think about, and something that you can show the prejudging in one way, and then you can show night show in another way. The Arnold Classic did that years ago. I remember their prejudging was just a black screen. It was just black with the spotlight. I remember the Iron Man, that one that Phil Heath won, had amazing lighting, and Lonnie Taper can attest to that, because I remember those beautiful lights, crazy pictures of Phil Heath. I remember. But the Arnold used to do that. Arnold used to have prejudging done, and then you go back at night, and the night show had the big stage with the big props and the big lights and all that. And I remember they bring all the bodybuilders out, and they bring them out, and they do the presentation. Everything, all that can be shown better. So it's not a matter of production on the stage, it's more production behind the cameras. So let me know what you think. This has been Johnny Styles. Camera 2 is still there, and you can use it anytime, anywhere, any place, if you know how to do it. Camera 1 is right here. All right, if you don't see me, you can write me. Let's do this. Oh, remember, I'm the godfather of wellness too. Boom, straight from the Red Calm Studios, baby.